Question: who's in the mood for a fun collab? Taking a break from frugality. Not that it's not important, but everyone needs a break, including the content creators. Tonight is a very special night because the collab consists of course, yours truly, but Dawn from Sensible Living with Money Mom, as well as Lynn Wilson from the At Home with Lynn Wilson show. Once you're done watching this video, please be sure to head on over to their channels for their points of view on either quirkiness, or whatever word you want to use, or some people call them guilty pleasures, or whatever fun stuff you want to call it. I'm going to talk about a couple of mine in a minute, but I have to find my intro music. I'll be right back. Hey, thanks so much for sticking around. I'm going to jump right into it. One of my favorite things to do, I'm not saying it is the healthiest thing to do, but if I have a sandwich that requires mayonnaise, I like to put mayonnaise on the top part of the bread and on the underneath part of the bread of the sandwich. Does anybody out there besides me do this? Just wondering, just saying. Anyway, another quirky, worky thing of mine, I must have trusty notebooks in my house or I feel lost. Even if I'm like running down to like my last one, even though I might have a full brand new can be used notebook available, guess what? I need to know that I have to have more than one of those notebooks available. I use my trusty notebooks constantly, especially since I began my show on YouTube. Oh my word. I need them all the time. I must have them for my show notes. Just saying. Another thing that I like to do, if I sit down to a Klondike bar, oops, I said the word, but this is not a sponsored ad. I have to tell you this. I haven't had a Klondike bar in like 2 years, pretty much 2 years. And I even did a video on this, actually. I like to eat those bars, that type of bar, in a specific manner. And yes, I like to have either a fork and a knife or a knife and a spoon, whatever. I just find my way. I like to cut it a certain way. I like to remove the chocolate in a certain way. I like to cube it up in a certain way. Who else does this? Am I the only one? Just wondering. Next, I'm one of those strange people that, for example, like when you do laundry and for some inevitable reason, socks just get lost, like into the land of the lost. And you always come back with mismatched socks. Just saying. What do you do with those socks? I still keep them, but I won't wear them out like that. I won't wear like unmatched socks out, but I won't hesitate to wear mismatched socks at home. Who really cares? Just saying. Now, speaking of notebook. Oh, how could I forget? Okay, a friend of mine, Joanne, who has actually appeared on my show in the past. Joanne, if you're watching, this is your fault. I only have this once every 2 to 3 months, but when I crave it, I really want it. Cinnamon graham crackers? They are good, aren't they? Like those, like when they're like in little packs, like separate packs. I'll take like a bunch of them out. I will break it into just one time, crush it, break it, not into tiny pieces, just one time breaking up the crackers, put them in a bowl. And I like to pour ice cold milk on it and eat it as if I am eating cold cereal. It's really, really good. Joanne, this is your fault entirely. I'm just saying. But Joanne used to have half and half, so I'm going to justify mine. I'm only using low-fat milk on it. Just saying. Most people preferred brewed coffee. My guilty pleasure is actually instant coffee. And if you want to know specifically, there's another beverage that I think started in the 1950s called Postum. No, this is not a sponsored ad for Postum. It's a grain beverage, but it actually tastes like coffee. It actually is like not bad for you, if I'm not mistaken. I can have both. I'm probably like the strangest person. I don't mind decaffeinated instant, and I do not mind Postum. Anybody out there drink this besides me? This is more like a personality trait, and I think I got this from my dad. Both of my parents were always punctual for everything they've ever done. But my dad was an extremely big stickler about it. I love punctuality. And especially, I was never late for my job. I was never late for school. I know you're probably saying boring, but this is a fact. I was never late for my jobs and never late for school. And the reason is because my father really taught me this, and my mom too, that my time is not more valuable than somebody else's. So I have to honor my word. If I'm going to meet somebody at 10 o'clock, the usual rule of thumb, at least for me, and for what I was taught, show up at least 10 minutes earlier. And the reason for that, it's really about thoughtfulness. The other thing is too, in case you get stuck with things beyond your control, you'll have a 10, 15-minute window to deal with. Another thing, if people, they know my character, if they ever think I'm late for anything, you better believe they're going to start worrying because they know me. Oh, here's something I really dislike immensely. I do not like, this is quirky. You know, like when you're eating a piece of toast and inevitably sometimes like crumbs might come off the toast. I hate the sensation of toast crumbs landing on my neck or on my chest or anything. I don't like the feeling of toast crumbs landing on me. You're probably saying, what is wrong with you, Jan? I just don't like the feeling of toast crumbs like that. Ooh, I'm thinking about it and I'm getting a shiver. Next, I'll eat cold pizza. Yeah, you're probably saying big deal. Oh, but timing is everything. Would you eat cold pizza for breakfast? How many people out there have actually eaten cold pizza for breakfast? I could have heated it up. I could have just thrown it in the air fryer. Sometimes I just like it cold. What? Just saying, just saying. Well, learned a few funny guilty pleasures, quirks, irks, whatever you want to call them. Head on over to the other channels. As mentioned, I have no clue what the other two ladies are doing. I have no clue. They have no clue what I'm, just told you. So it's all a big surprise. Give me a minute, of course, to hook up those video links in my description box below. Hope you had a little bit of fun. I hope you learned a little something extra about yours truly. Hey, what funny quirks do you have? Come on. I know you do. Come on. Anyway, have a great night, everybody. I'm going to end this broadcast with a song. Have an amazing, fantastic remainder of your weekend. Take good care. Bye-bye.